Leonard Stone. November 3, 1923 – November 2, 2011. Was an American character actor who played supporting roles in over 120 television shows and 35 films. Early years. Stone was born Leonard Steinbach in Salem, Oregon, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Mike Steinbach. He was a graduate of Salem High School. He majored in speech and drama at Willamette University, graduating cum laude. Military service. Stone was a midshipman in the U.S. Navy, serving as skipper on a minesweeper in Japanese waters. Quote, stage. Stone started his career as a young actor studying at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London. He performed in the West End, on Broadway, and toured the world. He travelled for 8 years in Australia and New Zealand with the musical South Pacific. He was nominated for a Tony Award in 1959 for Best Supporting Actor in Redhead, a Bob Fosse musical. He also was in the Tony Award-nominated cast of Look Homeward, Angel in 1957, which premiered at the Ethel Barrymore Theatre in New York. Based on the Thomas Wolfe novel, it won a Pulitzer Prize. Television and film. In 1961 and 1962, he was twice cast in different roles on ABC's The Real McCoys in the episodes Money from Heaven and You Can't Beat the Army. Also, in 1962, he appeared in The Rifleman S4E22. Between 1962 and 1966, Stone made 4 guest appearances on CBS's Perry Mason, including his season 6, 1962 role as murderer Gerald Leland in The Case of the Hateful Hero. Quote, Stone played Farnham the Great on Lost in Space, 1965 to 1968, 624 in 1966. He had a supporting role as Morton on the short-lived CBS sitcom The Jean Arthur Show starring Jean Arthur and Ron Harper. 527 He played characters on The Outer Limits and Air Master SKSH. He appeared twice on ABC's The Donna Reed Show, as Mr. Trestle, The Good Guys and the Bad Guys, 1961, and as Harlan Carmody, Jr., in Joe College, 1965. In the 1965 1966 season, he appeared as Doc Jocelyn in Camp Run Amok on NBC. In 1967, he had the role of Judge Gilroy in Simmer and Strip on CBS 188. One of his most notable roles came in 1971, when he played Sam Beauregard, the father of Golden Ticket winner Violet Beauregard, in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He was the last surviving adult character who toured the factory in the movie. However, Diana Soul, who played Mrs. Bucket, is still alive as of 2015. In 1981, he appeared on Barney Miller in the episode The Rainmaker. Between 1988 and 1994, he was cast as Judge Paul Hansen in 10 episodes of the NBC legal drama L.A. Law. Stone's final role came in 2006 at the age of 83, when he played a minor character in Surrender Dorothy. Death. Stone died on November 2, 2011 in Encinitas, California, after a brief bout with cancer, 1 day shy of his 88th birthday. Personal. Stone married Carol Kleinman in 1964, and together they raised 4 children and had 8 grandchildren. In 1983, Stone moved to San Diego from his longtime home in Los Angeles, but continued to commute or work. In 1996, he and his wife moved to a new, gated community in Carlsbad, 35 miles closer to LA. Located on a bluff overlooking the Four Seasons, now Grand Hyatt Resort Aviara Hotel and Golf Course. In the early 2000s, he and his wife moved to Encinitas, Stone was a contestant on an episode of Wheel of Fortune which aired September 22, 2000. He placed second, winning $4,250 in cash and a trip to Bermuda valued at $5,310. In the early 1950s, Stone began writing a children's story about a kangaroo who never grew. In 2011, Keepy was published on Kindle and Nook. Filmography: The Mugger, 1958, as Jim Kelly. Return to Peyton Place, 1961, as Steve Swanson. Uncredited. Toys in the Attic, 1963, as Hotel Clerk. Uncredited. Shock Treatment, 1964, as Psychiatrist. Uncredited. The Big Mouth, 1967, as Fong. A Man Called Dagger, 1968, as Carl Rayner. The Shakiest Gun in the West, 1968, as Bartender. Uncredited. Angel in My Pocket, 1969, as Paul Gresham. Zigzag, 1970, as Jim Harris. Getting Straight, 1970, as Lysander. I Love My Wife, 1970, as Dr. Nielsen. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, 1971, as Sam Beauregard. Terror in the Sky, 1971, as Harry Burdick. The Man, 1972, as Congressman Parmel. Soylent Green, 1973, as Charles. Mame, 1974, as Stage Manager. The Man from Independence, 1974, as Werner. That's Life, 1979, Hardly Working, 1980, as Ted Mitchell. Dukes of Hazzard, 1980, as Ringleader. American Pop, 1981, as Leo Stern. Leonard Stone at the Internet Movie Database. Leonard Stone at the Internet Broadway Database. Leonard Stone at AllMovie.